Here is the results before training LoRA and after training LoRA. An example with Scarlett Johansson. I used the same prompt for both. Another example with Kamala Harris. As we may know, female celebs and other well-known women were probably purged before training in FLUX. Here is an example photo for that. There are many types of LoRA we can train, such as style LoRA, character LoRA, concept, pose, lighting, detail, color, text LoRA, and so on. Each type of LoRA requires a different training dataset and approach. In this example, I will train a character LoRA using images of Scarlett Johansson and the Fal.ai service. Here are the steps. Prepare the dataset. Pre-process the images. Use the Fal.ai service to conduct the training. Test the results with some prompts. Test the results when running on ComfyUI locally. First step, I will download images of Scarlett Johansson, choosing image sizes as large or extra large. When choosing images for character training, in theory, the more images, the better. I will choose about 20 for this example, selecting images with different angles and poses, various facial expressions, and diverse backgrounds. I will focus on front views, avoid logos and text, and select images where hair is away from the face. In the next step, we will crop and resize all images to 1024 x 1024 pixels. I used Burmy.net for this step, selecting and uploading the images I had downloaded earlier. Since the images were in different formats, I chose to convert them all to JPEG and increase the quality to 100%. I checked each image to see if it needed to be just cropped, and finally downloaded them as a zip file. Next, we will go to Fal.ai's LoRA training page. I will leave the link below the description. Click to select the prepared zip file. It costs $0.55 per step. For $1, you can run this model for approximately 200 steps. In the Data Archive Format section, you can fill in zip or leave it blank. In the Captions File URL section, if you have a caption file, you can set the file format to JSON and structure the file content according to Fal's instructions. You can store it on Hugging Face and then enter the path here. As this is my first time testing LoRA training with Fal, I will let Fal automatically generate captions with LoRA. For the steps box, which represents the total number of training steps, I will leave the default value at 1,000, which means I will spend $5 for 1,000 steps. I set the trigger word as Scarlett Johansson. For the initial learning rate for the UNet, I also leave the default value at 0.0004. In short, I didn't adjust any parameters. This is my first time testing LoRA training for FLUX using Fal.ai, so I left everything as default. Finally, click Start and monitor the running progress in the log section. The training process takes about 37 minutes to complete. You can download the safe tensor file to your computer to test in the local run step using ComfyUI. I will try this LoRA on Fal first. Click Run Inference. I leave all the parameters as default. Only change the image size to match the prompt. LoRA scale is 1 as default. Let's run it. Okay, this is the result of the first run. I think Flux has created Johansson's image. Next, I will try with a few different prompts to see what the results are. Next, to compare with not using LoRA, I set the LoRA scale value to 0. Let's run it. Comparing the two results with LoRA and without LoRA, it is clear that this LoRA has worked. Continue to try with a few more prompts. As always, I use ChatGPT to describe the photo I gave and create this prompt for me. Next, I'll test this LoRA using ComfyUI on my machine. I've moved the downloaded LoRA file into the LoRa's folder in Comfy. Make sure you've updated to the latest version of Comfy. As usual, I'm using Flux's basic workflow from the ComfyUI examples page. I've adjusted the settings to match those used on Fal as closely as possible. However, it can't be an exact match since my machine only has 12 gigabytes of RAM. I'm using FP8 versions for weight, type, and clip, whereas I believe Fal uses FP16 versions. I've set the image size, prompt, seed, and steps to match the image created on Fal. Next, I'll apply the LoRA and set its strength to 1. Let's run it and see what we get. So, what do you think about the result? Okay, that's it. So simple, right? But I think if I retrain this LoRA, I need to prepare better quality data. You might also want to check out replicate.com. They also have a script that supports LoRA training for Flux. The process is quite similar. I believe Fal.ai uses a training script similar to Replicate, both utilizing the AI toolkit script. You can refer to the config file for more details. Besides AI toolkit, there are other training scripts available for Flux. As of now, I haven't seen Koya and OneTrainer supporting Flux, but I expect they'll add support soon. I've included all the reference links in the description below. Thanks for sticking around until the end. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe for more content. If you have any questions, drop them in the comments section and I'll do my best to answer them. Thanks for watching.